Now on 4 News Now at 6, protesters gather outside Whitworth University in anticipation of Representative Michael Baumgartner's community town hall. We've got live coverage from the packed meeting.
I am tracking a potpourri of weather right now. Rain, snow, and graupel. I'll let you know how long this unsettled spring weather is going to last in the first alert forecast.
And the 911 operator in the U of I murders case is being criticized. Why dispatchers are defending her direct approach in the midst of crisis. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Derek Dice. Kirsten O'Connor has the night off. U.S. Representative Michael Baumgartner is at Whitworth right now, speaking with community members about issues that matter most to them. Marissa Rio is also there live. And Marissa, what can you tell us about tonight's event so far?
Well, tonight's town hall is about to begin any minute. During our 5 p.m. newscast, we were able to show you that growing crowd of protesters outside. And as soon as we started walking in here, there were more people showing up. Now, I'm going to have my photographer, I'm going to step out of the way. My photographer is going to show you what the town hall looks like right now. People are sitting down. There's quite a bit of people in here. Whitworth opened up registration to the public on Friday, and over the weekend, all tickets were claimed. The audience right now is participating in a poll to let the moderator know what issues are most pressing to our community. Representative Baumgartner is expected to speak on those key topics before turning to a question and answer portion of the event. From what we saw at today's protest and at last week's protest, we can expect Representative Baumgartner to touch on issues that the community has with the Trump administration. A few people I spoke with today outside said they want Representative Baumgartner to stand up against President Trump. They fear cuts to Social Security and Medicaid. I will be here for the entire town hall, and I'm expected to speak with Representative Baumgartner afterwards. We will give you a live look at this town hall at 6:30. Live from Whitworth University, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
All right, Marissa, thanks so much. A new 1,000 home development is in the works near Highway 195 and Thorpe Road in Spokane. The city and the Department of Transportation can't agree on a way to deal with the traffic that development will bring.
We'll see an increase in fatal collisions, in serious injury collisions, and collisions in general.
Now, right now, the only way to get to the new development from Highway 195 is through 2 tunnels that only allow 1 car to pass through at a time. Tonight at 6:30, you'll hear why the DOT come to an agreement. The DOT is also reducing lanes on eastbound I-90 near Liberty Lake to install and test cameras. This affects people driving east between the Liberty Lake Harvard Road interchange and the Idaho state line. This is expected to last until 1 a.m. tomorrow morning. And anyone heading out on the roads in the next hour should expect to have to toggle with the windshield wipers. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker is tracking, what you say, a potpourri of wet weather that's been headed our way.
That is exactly what we have been seeing. In fact, I've been watching that just on this Hayden camera right here. This is US 95 and Lancaster Road, where it was really snowing about 15 minutes ago. Now it's raining, but also sunny at the same time. You might have a little graupel there. It has been a wild scene. This is a picture from Russ Ward of Otis Orchard. He shared this photo from late this afternoon, early this evening. He said it snowed, it rained, and then there's some graupel there too. You could tell it's not hail. Here's one from Mrs. Moore in the foothills off of Forker Road. She had a little graupel as well. Have not had the thunderstorm activity to produce hail, but we've had plenty of everything else. On our Doppler radar right now, we are seeing a little bit of a transition over to rain into more of a snow shower situation, but right around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, we're beginning to dry out, and these storms are losing their oomph as we see the sunset and lose our daytime heating. These showers will be coming to an end, and it is going to be a cool evening. 39 degrees at 7 o'clock with clearing skies. 36 at 9. We'll be dropping down into the 20s overnight. I'll be back with your Tuesday forecast. It is very pretty, but there's a lot more wet weather in the 7-day outlook coming up in just a few minutes, Derek.
Chris, thank you so much. Continuing a story you heard first on 4 News Now. People across our region and worldwide are reacting to the 911 call from the University of Idaho murders. We brought you first on Friday. They're voicing strong emotions along with harsh criticism of the 911 operator who took that call. Our Hunter Bertram is in studio tonight with the latest.
Yeah, Derek, hearing the audio, some listeners accuse the 911 operator of showing a lack of compassion. Today, I found out why. During these calls, there's no time to let emotions get in the way of vital information.
Can you repeat the address to make sure that I have it right?
I'll talk to you guys. We live at the White, so we're next to them.
I need someone to repeat the address for verification.
The address, 1122 King Road.
Listening to the call, you hear frantic college students discovering their friend unconscious and unresponsive. It's chaos. And in the chaos, the 911 operator works to get information they need now.
So first we confirm the address, and then our next question is tell me exactly what happened. And we need you to answer as briefly and succinctly as possible to tell us what's going on right now.
Kelly Conley works for the agency handling 911 calls in Spokane County. She says that rehashing past details slows down emergency response efforts.
We're wanting to know what's happening right now. And there is a tendency sometimes for people to start, maybe depending on the situation, 3 weeks ago this happened. We need to really focus on what's going on right now.
Conley emphasizes it's not to say operators don't act with compassion or don't care about those details. The urgency to get current, correct information forces operators to be direct in their conversations, which can translate into a tone of voice that may seem to lack compassion.
So focusing on right now, what's happening right now, that's paramount.
And the information they gather also determines how many and what kind of first responders need to be dispatched. It also helps the operator determine if their scene is safe or not. In studio, I'm Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Hunter, thanks. 4 News Now was again the first to bring you that recording of the 911 call on Friday. You can listen to the full recording on our website. Just head to KXLY.com. Well, the spacecraft that docked at the International Space Station this weekend is preparing for its journey home. Hear from astronaut Anne McClain from Spokane about what this mission has meant to her. And the White House is now facing a legal battle over its use of the Alien Enemies Act this weekend. Why some officials are defending the president while others argue it's government overreach.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
More Americans choose ABC News, America's #1 news source.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. I want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
Spike, I brought you here today because I've always admired your high energy and your positive attitude. So I want to hire you at Cal Cars.
Really think you can fix this? You should have just called Andy's.
I can fix it. It's just a little...
We're freezing. You should have called Andy's.
Yeah, they have a 100% satisfaction guarantee.
Should have called Andy's.
Don't be like this guy. Call Andy's Heating and Cooling. So when the weather does this, your family does this. Go to andysheating.com for details on the 100% satisfaction guarantee. Carrier, turn to the experts.
March is Colon Cancer Awareness Month, and Prosser Digestive Health Center offers the full spectrum of digestive health care. Services provided by board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Jack Brandenburg include colon cancer screenings, treatment for swallowing problems, inflammatory bowel disease, liver disorders, and more. To schedule an appointment, call Prosser Digestive Health Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
For our customer appreciation sale, we wrote a poem. Roses are red, these recliners are blue. To our amazing customers, we appreciate you.
Our poetry skills might be second rate, but our furniture selection is great.
Living room, dining room, and bed sets galore, all are at sale prices we know you'll adore.
Our Lazy Boy prices are low, and by now you should know.
For the best furniture in town, just come on down
to Kerner Furniture during our Customer Appreciation Sale.
A show that pays tribute to one of the best Mexican-American performers of our time, Selena. Carla Perez, live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, May 8th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
I can tell you this, these were bad people. That was a bad group of, as I say, hombres.
President Trump is now in a legal battle over his deportation of alleged immigrant gang members over the weekend. Sources tell ABC News the administration chose to ignore a federal judge's directive to turn the planes around, instead invoking the Alien Enemies Act from 1798 to deport those immigrants. ABC's Perry Russum is in D.C. with the latest.
A showdown between President Trump and the federal court over his deportation of hundreds of alleged immigrant gang members.
We removed terrorists. That should be a celebration. We removed terrorists from this country, and I stand by what the president did.
The Trump administration flying 2 planes carrying immigrants to El Salvador. This video shared by El Salvador's president shows alleged members of the Tren de Aragua gang arriving there over the weekend. The ACLU suing the Trump administration, leading to an emergency hearing on Saturday. Sources say the planes took off during the hearing before the judge ruled any plane containing these folks that is going to take off or is in the air needs to be returned to the United States.
We are not saying at this point that the government defied the court order, but we are saying there are serious reasons to potentially think that they did.
Sources tell ABC News the administration chose to ignore the judge's directive to turn the planes around. Trump asked whether his administration complied with the order.
I don't know. You have to speak to the lawyers about that.
Questions remain over the legality of Trump invoking the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, last used during World War II.
In many respects, it's more dangerous than war because, you know, in war they have uniforms. You know who you're shooting at. You know who you're going after. These are people that came out. They're walking our streets.
The ACLU says the act is intended to be used against a nation that has either declared war against the U.S. or has invaded the U.S., and the ACLU says that has not happened. The Trump administration says it did not violate the order. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
Well, some cat food is being recalled over bird flu concerns. The brand Savage Pet is recalling large and small chicken boxes. The boxes were distributed to retailers in several states, including Washington. The FDA says people who fed cats the recalled product should watch for symptoms of bird flu. No human infections have been identified. And as bird flu continues to spread, an office established to prepare the nation for future pandemics is reportedly down to just one staffer. The Office of Pandemic Preparedness and Response Policy once had a staff of about 20 people and was working on the country's response to bird flu and other threats until mid-January. But a source says as of this week, only one staffer will remain, and it's not clear who that person reports to. Also, the office's pages have been removed from the White House website. President Donald Trump visiting the Kennedy Center for Performing Arts today for its first board meeting since appointing himself the chairman. Last month, he fired members of the Board of Trustees and has received backlash for naming Fox News Channel host to the board. Well, Vice President J.D. Vance was booed by the audience last night. Some of the center's consultants quit and artists are canceling shows, including a run of Hamilton planned for next year. The president has not had the best relationship with the Kennedy Center, going all the way back to his first term. He would skip the Kennedy Center Honors, which is the highest profile event for that center.
Your Tuesday planner, it is going to be a beautiful day, but crisp. We'll start the day off in the 20s, mostly sunny skies, few cumulus clouds in the afternoon. A high of 46, 49 is our average high. That's going to be our last completely dry day for a while. I'll let you know when to expect more showers after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Inland Imaging.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. I want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Where winning is just the beginning.
And now at
joke from Yolk's Fresh Market. What's a basketball player's favorite cheese? Swiss.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers get 2.9% APR for 72 months on this Silverado.
See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
When it comes to replacing your windows and doors, you have options. But not all are created equal. Choose Renewal by Andersen. Andersen brand products are rated #1 for quality, durability, and performance. It's no wonder our products are trusted more than Marvin and Pella. Not sure where to start or worried about upfront costs? Schedule a free, no-obligation consultation. Research the rest, then go with the best. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Tee off in style at Circling Ravens' top-tier golf suites. Play more than 80 famous golf courses around the world. It's a hole-in-one for all skill levels. Visit cdacasino.com for details.
Winning is just the beginning.
All right, welcome back. This is a rare sighting of 4 snow leopards in northern Pakistan, and it has excited animal conservationists. Snow leopards are currently listed as vulnerable by an international conservation group's list of threatened species. Locals living alongside the leopards often refer to them as the ghosts of the mountains, as they are hardly ever seen. Hopefully not in their villages anyway. All right, turning to mountains a little closer to home, Schweitzer saw some decent snowfall this weekend. Check out this picture from Lance Pounder, who definitely needed to scrape off that windshield before hitting the road. Yeah, not bad to see our mountain resorts getting a little more snow. You were up at Mount Spokane again this weekend.
And it was phenomenal. And I skied on Grapple. Grapple is actually pretty good to ski on.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, great conditions in the mountains. There's a lot more mountain snow to come. But right now, I'm not sure if there is. I've been studying this picture of the scene in Coeur d'Alene. It is being reported as rain at the airport just north of this location. But I think there's a little bit of snow mixed in with that rain falling right now on US 95 and I-90. Meanwhile, we have a beautiful sky in Spokane. A little bit of shower activity well to our south and west. But 4 things to know about your weather. Here's a 5th one. Those showers are going to come to an end in just the next hour or so. It's going to be a beautiful Tuesday. Possibility of some mountain snow showers. Spring showers return to the entire region midweek. Rain, snow, Grapple, all your favorites, and then warmer next week. Taking a look at our weather patterns, starting off at our current time with some of those instability showers, those come to an end. We're going to stay dry, and then we're going to start to get a bit of a northerly flow going for tomorrow. And that is why, despite the fact that we're going to have a lot of sunshine, our temperatures are going to be running about 3 to 5 degrees below average, and we'll have a very cool start. The possibility of some mountain snow showers tomorrow, but very hit and miss in the afternoon. And then as we get into Wednesday afternoon, here's 3 o'clock Wednesday, our next system approaches, and that's going to be coming into Spokane and Coeur d'Alene Wednesday evening in the form of rain, possibly mixed with snow. And then behind this front, that instability, that creates that assortment of precipitation types for Thursday and Friday. Tuesday morning lows will be down in the 20s in most locations, 28 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 24 in Sandpoint, and our highs will be running below average. A lot of 40s on the map and right around the Spokane area, only 40s, 45 in Spangle, Cheney, Coeur d'Alene, and Hayden, 48 in Meade, as well as Spokane Valley, and 49 in downtown Spokane. Our high temperature trend keeps our temperatures a little below average or right at average through Sunday. And then look what happens Monday, up at 60 degrees. And our 8 to 14 day forecast taking us through the end of March is calling for above average temperatures. But in the 7-day forecast, we're going to have some of that early chilly spring weather with showers Thursday, Friday, late in the day on Wednesday, a little bit more Saturday and Sunday before we start drying out Monday. Spring officially starts on Thursday, Derek.
All right, and with spring just around the corner, so is Washington's deadline to remove those studded snow tires. You have until the end of the month to get them removed. Automotive centers are busy this time of year, so plan ahead or you could end up paying a $137 fine. According to WashDOT, studded tires cause millions of dollars in damages to our roads every winter. And since there are no statewide forecasts warranting an extension, they are expecting drivers to mind the deadline.
Onishi, the first Crew 10 astronaut through the hatch.
This weekend, the SpaceX Crew 10 successfully docked with the International Space Station. All 4 astronauts were welcomed aboard, including Spokane's own Anne McLean.
And let me tell you, that is such an amazing journey. You can hardly even put it into words. The ride up on the Falcon 9, orbiting the Earth for the last couple of days, it's been absolutely incredible.
This new crew will take over duties on the space station so astronauts Sunny Williams and Butch Wilmore can return home after nearly 10 months in space. The Dragon will begin preparations to close the hatch on the spacecraft at around 7:45 our time tonight with the goal of returning to Earth tomorrow. Well, Harvard is now offering free tuition to students whose families earn $200,000 a year or less. The move is aimed to bolster diversity at the school by expanding financial aid after a Supreme Court ruling banned the use of racial preferences in college admissions. Harvard previously offered free tuition to families earning less than $85,000 a year. For reference, the median household income in the U.S. is about $80,000. This will officially take effect this fall. Some Washington lawmakers are warning that funding for Medicaid is at risk under some budget plans. How this could impact the nearly 2 million Washingtonians served by this program. And Bark, a rescue pup, announces it will soon be serving its final customers. Hear why the Spokane Humane Society says losing the pub's unique business model may impact their adoption rates.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Spike, I've always admired your positive energy, and I want to offer you a job at Cal Cars. Guys, I want to introduce you to our new salesperson. I really think he's going to spike sales.
He's a super dog on the floor. And he's selling like he's never sold before.
So, Spike, do we sell anything today?
Residential Home Solutions is excited to announce our Win 25 and 25. This spring, you have a chance to win $25,000 in new windows and entry doors installed by our truly local company. To qualify, you must meet the following: be a homeowner and live in our region. No purchase is necessary to enter, and we provide free estimates to show what you could win. Go to residentialhs.com to enter or call 509-892-6460. Win 25 and 25 with Residential Home Solutions. Home improvements, custom fit for life.
The future's uncertain, but you're more likely to get a high-paying gig if you're armed with college or career training after high school. WA Grant makes that education affordable or even free. See if you qualify at wagrant.org.
Hi, Alton Brown here at the top secret facility where we're building my farewell tour, Alton Brown Live Last Bite. Now, like all of our culinary variety shows, there will be comedy, music, science, and an epic yet potentially dangerous culinary demonstration. Hi, 911. It's me again.
March 26th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets on sale now at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Your home is more than a place, it's a feeling, a reflection of who you are. And at the Tin Roof, we believe furniture should do more than fill a room. It should inspire it. From timeless dining tables to sofas you can sink into and decor that tells your story, every piece is thoughtfully curated to make your space feel effortlessly you. Because it's not just furniture, it's where memories are made, where comfort lives, and where life happens. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
This year, turn your backyard into a fun, relaxing paradise. From Quality Spas of Spokane, the little store that sells the most hot tubs and swim spas. Made right here in the United States by Cal Spas. 4 News Now is brought to you by the Spokane Arena and NCAA Division I Women's Basketball.
Well, Bark, a rescue pub, a restaurant in downtown Spokane, will be closing next month. Bark works with the Spokane Humane Society and is both a restaurant and a pet adoption center, giving guests a chance to look at cats and dogs who are waiting to be taken to their forever homes. Our Madeline Mullins spoke with the Humane Society about what this means for them.
Bark, a rescue pub, opened in 2020. Since then, they have helped over 1,300 animals be adopted.
It's been a really fruitful relationship.
Bark also helped raise $90,000 for the Humane Society so that it can continue to serve the animals in the area.
So we provide low-income clinical services to families in need so those animals can stay in their home, and that's both for cats and dogs. We also have our community food bank, which provides food for families for their pets.
Here at the Humane Society, they say one of the benefits of Bark was the location and being able to take animals out on the Centennial Trail.
We have dogs, and we like to walk our dogs several times a day, and being located right on the path of the Centennial Trail was an amazing gift for the Humane Society and for the animals that we serve.
The Humane Society says Bark made it possible for even more animals to be seen,
which has been a fantastic way for the Spokane Humane Society to reach deeper into our community, to provide a different outlet for our animals to be seen and be adopted.
With Bark closing, the Humane Society hopes to find other ways for people to find a dog or cat to take home.
We will be looking at different ways to partner with different businesses to do pop-up adoption events at their businesses.
Bark is set to close on April 12th. You can stop by until then and check out the cute cats and dogs and see if you would like to take one home with you before those animals are moved back to the Humane Society. In Spokane, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Well, local bar wants to offer you an alibi in case you want to skip work to watch Gonzaga play in the NCAA tournament on Thursday. Take a look here. This is a doctor's note from Boston's Pizza in Spokane Valley, which they're hoping will get you out of any obligations you had on Thursday. If you look closely, it notes symptoms like basketball fever and hoopatitis, which can be treated with, of course, cold beer and pizza. Gonzaga is in the NCAA tournament for the 26th year in a row on campus. Students are getting ready to watch their team take on the 9th-seeded Georgia Bulldogs in Wichita Thursday. Coming off a WCC tournament win, there was excitement in the air ahead of March Madness.
We've been playing really well the past few games, so that's always a good sign. Yeah, fingers crossed we do really well.
And while some students said they saw their Bulldogs taking a second-round exit, others have GU making it really far in their brackets. And our sports team is following the Zags to Wichita to keep you in stride during the big dance. Gonzaga has one practice in Kansas on Wednesday before they take on the Bulldogs on Thursday. You can follow along with Sydney Berger's coverage of the NCAA tournament this week and stick around to hear more about our other local basketball teams, like the next steps for the Gonzaga women's team, as well as the WSU men's team's plans for the end of the month. That's coming up a little bit later in this newscast. All right, when we return, another live look at that town hall at Whitworth University, plus the disagreement between the city and the state on addressing traffic just outside of a growing community in Lake Tahoe Valley.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
That's Montana Sapphire from Phillipsburg, Montana.
Where does confidence come from? It's not from within. It must be pursued, Confidence is not a mindset, it's an achievement. In the GMC Sierra HD AT4X. Get 5.9% APR for 84 months on Sierra heavy-duty Denali models. That's over $5,300 in average finance savings.
All across Washington, people are coming together
to restore our rivers and streams.
We're planting trees and shrubs to cool and purify the water,
making it healthier for salmon.
Each project improves water quality and creates new habitat for fish and wildlife.
The ripples of these projects will be felt for generations.
Be a part of the ripple effect by volunteering with your local conservation district.
Hey Rob, let's gear up and go this year.
Try searching, fishing, and hunting.
I know where I'm going, yeah.
Let's go!
This year, the outdoors is unleashed at the Big Horn Show, March 20th to 23rd in the Spokane County Fairgrounds. Veterans, first responders, and military enjoy $7 tickets on Hero Day, plus a free Dave Bray USA concert. On Family Day, kids are free. Get tickets at bighornshow.com. Presented by the Kalispell Tribe of Indians.
Next ET, Dennis Quaid, serial killer?
It's an ET exclusive.
Only we're on the true crime set with the real breakout star.
Sound check, Peaches.
Next, watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
Where's the best place to start your days this week?
Ooh, let me think about it.
Aw, come on, you know.
Good Morning America.
Tyler Perry, Eva Longoria, Rachel Zegler, and the Jonas Brothers this week on
Good Morning America.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Well, U.S. Representative Michael Baumgartner is holding a town hall right now at Whitworth University, where he is engaging with our community about what matters most to them. Marissa Rio is there now. So, Marissa, what's happened since you gave us a live look at tonight's event a little bit earlier in this newscast?
Yeah, Derek, earlier we showed you the growing crowd inside of this town hall. People were still looking for their seats. Well, this town hall has began. Representative Michael Baumgartner opened up today's town hall saying that he was worried about the partisan divide in our country. Now, that partisan divide is very much well shown here in what's going on. A lot of people are chanting. People are pretty heated inside with what Representative Baumgartner has to say. I'm now going to allow my photographer to give you this inside look. Right now, Representative Baumgartner is answering questions from the community. Now, I did hear people chanting pretty loudly January 6th in opposition of what Representative Baumgartner had answered. As you can see now, people are cheering for the question that was just posed. Outside of tonight's town hall are people protesting Representative Baumgartner. I spoke with a few people outside who said they want Representative Baumgartner to stand up to the Trump administration.
So we just want to make sure that he knows that in the 5th District, people are watching what he's doing. And there's a lot of people that don't approve of him rubber stamping everything that Trump wants.
Economy, the new budget is a huge problem. Worried about Social Security and Medicaid and Medicare. You know, Social Security's money we put in. It's our money.
I will be here for the rest of tonight's town hall, and we will share more concerns that people raise and what Representative Baumgartner's response is to those concerns tonight on 4 News Now Nightside at 11. Live from Whitworth University, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
All right, Marissa, thank you. 1,000 new homes are set to be built in Latah Valley, but the Washington Department of Transportation and the city of Spokane can't agree on a plan to deal with all the extra traffic. The DOT believes the city's inaction could be very dangerous for drivers. The only way to get to the development right now from Highway 195 is to go through 2 tunnels that only allow 1 car to pass through at a time. Derek Strom talked with the city and the DOT about a potential solution.
We're all committed to a safe and efficient transportation system.
Getting in and out of the Latah Valley can be difficult for drivers, especially anyone wanting to head towards downtown Spokane. If you're using Thorpe Road, you have to head south on Highway 195 before turning around. There's not enough traffic to warrant any changes now, but a new 1,000 home development nearby will change that.
there were certain mitigation efforts needed for congestion and safety in order to progress, but the city, when filing the application, removed those mitigation efforts.
The State Department of Transportation says it agreed on a plan to relieve traffic along Thorpe Road with the city of Spokane and the developer behind Victory Heights. Now that those plans have not been included with the application for the development, WashDOT is concerned about driver safety.
We're talking about overwhelming the system to the point where we're seeing traffic backups in both directions of Thorpe Road onto US 195. The J-turns specifically at either end become overwhelmed.
The State Department of Transportation says the time for figuring out a plan to make Thorpe Road safer is over, and it's time for the city to take action. But the city says it still needs time to do more traffic studies and figure out the proper solution for this area.
We see this as an opportunity to work with the developer to develop that necessary infrastructure in a way that respects the private property rights at stake and also ensures that we have a safe and well-functioning transportation system.
City of Spokane Planning Director Spencer Gardner says the city plans on meeting with WashDOT to find a traffic solution, which could include an interchange over or under Highway 195. WashDOT says it will restrict or limit access to Thorpe Road if the city doesn't do the proper traffic mitigation work. In Spokane, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Well, it was a scene of green across the globe today. People celebrated St. Patrick's Day with shamrocks, parades, and festive drinking. This weekend marked the 60th year the Chicago River was dyed green for the holiday. Huge parades are also held in New York City, Chicago, and Savannah, Georgia. And in Spokane this weekend, thousands gathered downtown wearing their favorite green outfit for the annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. The event, hosted by the Friends of St. Patrick, included festive music and even some traditional Irish dancing, which you saw. All right, happy to see people still getting in the holiday spirit despite the drizzly weather this weekend. A green rain jacket was probably the best bet today to stay festive and dry. What do you say, Chris?
Yes, we've had definitely some showers around the region. Those are beginning to taper off, and we're going to have a little more than about 36 hours of dry weather, almost 48 hours. Let's take a look at our view right now over downtown Spokane. You can see way off in the distance a few dissipating showers. Otherwise, skies are clearing right now. Doppler radar shows a little bit of that wet weather moving through Spokane County. We've had some rain, snow, and graupel around the region just this afternoon and this evening. But again, these showers are dissipating and will be drying out here in the next hour or so. With the cool conditions, our temperatures only topped out in the mid-40s in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, just 40 degrees for a high in Pullman, 40 in St. Mary's. These temperatures about 5 degrees below average. Tomorrow morning's lows will be below average. We'll be down in the 20s in many locations with high temperatures once again in the mid-40s. We'll start the day off at 29 in Spokane. Mostly sunny skies, still the possibility of an isolated mountain snow shower. That high of 46 compares to an average high of 49. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes, Derek.
Well, spring is just days away, which means now is a great time for a home refresh. As you're cleaning out your closets, you may consider donating to those in need. Teen Kid Closet gives clothing to those who need it for free. You can help out by donating brand new or gently used clothing for ages 0 through 22. Teen Kid Closet helps kids in foster care or in poverty. The store gives them a shopping experience they wouldn't have otherwise.
They're super excited about the outfits they pick out. We do have a fitting room. They're able to go and try things on. So yeah, they leave with a smile.
Now, you can donate to the Teen and Kid Closet store at 307 East Sprague on the first Saturday of every month or at First Interstate Bank during business hours. Washington Senator Patty Murray joined other lawmakers in Olympia this afternoon, warning Medicaid funding is at risk under congressional Republicans' budget plans. Albert James shows us what they say could happen to the program that serves nearly 2 million Washingtonians and how any cuts could complicate the legislature's work to close the state's multi-billion-dollar budget shortfall.
Make no mistake, Medicaid saves lives.
Democratic Senator Patty Murray says Republicans in the U.S. House are teeing up cuts to federal funding for Medicaid.
with over $12 billion given to Washington for Medicaid in 2023. Murray says cuts would make healthcare harder to access, whether it be rural hospitals and clinics closing, seniors not getting home care, or people with disabilities not getting services they need to be independent. The senator says Republicans are eyeing Medicaid cuts to give tax breaks to billionaires.
We cannot let Republicans charge ahead on deep and painful cuts to Medicaid just to line the pockets of the richest people in the world.
Congressional Republicans have said they do not want to make cuts to Medicaid, but health policy group KFF reports cuts are the only way to follow the budget blueprint set out by House Republicans last month, with Medicare cuts off the table.
Everyone deserves to have a quality of life, to work and live in their own home in the community. Please do not make cuts to Medicaid. These cuts would be very harmful to myself and those like me.
Cuts to Medicaid could have great impacts on state spending at a time when lawmakers are trying to tackle a multi-billion-dollar budget shortfall. The State House Speaker has reportedly said funding cuts to Medicaid could force legislators into a special session.
It would rip a hole in the budget and would make it so we have to face extremely difficult decisions, like keeping rural hospitals open. And then as those rural hospitals close or those services are cut, that pressure again gets put on the urban areas.
Earlier in the afternoon, dozens of people gathered at the Capitol to rally for new taxes on wealthy businesses and people as a way to close the state's budget gap. They say the ever-changing situation around federal funding underscores the need for new sources of revenue to support vital state services.
With the uncertainty of Medicaid, we can't see other programs go wayside. We need to stand up for our healthcare systems. We need to stand up for our healthcare providers and really make sure that we're funding the things that we need to in our state.
In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
Well, consumer surveys are showing President Donald Trump's trade war with America's biggest trading partners has created high levels of uncertainty among consumers and businesses. We'll break down the latest numbers and reveal the hardest hit sectors when we return.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap and Associates.
This isn't our dog.
That one?
You never got new glasses, did you?
Well, you didn't know Stanton Optical makes eye care easy.
Exactly.
One pair of glasses plus a free eye exam for $59. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
For over 40 years, Parker Toyota has been dedicated to serving the people of North Idaho with top quality used vehicles that exceed industry standards.
That's because every used car undergoes a rigorous 160-point inspection. If it doesn't meet our standards, it doesn't belong on our lot.
Providing the highest quality used cars and trucks is just the beginning of our commitment to you as a customer.
Come see our huge selection of vehicles and receive our no-problem customer service at Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur d'Alene Casino is known for its big jackpots. But what about big appetites and bigger flavors? Your favorite Asian-inspired meals or made-to-order Firestone baked pizzas at our expanding food court. How about our delicious Southwest Pub American cuisine while enjoying traditional tribal hospitality? Or our culinary award-winning restaurant that speaks for itself. At the Coeur d'Alene Casino, we take mouth-watering flavors to a new level. The Coeur d'Alene Casino.
Winning is just the beginning.
Okay, guys, only 2 hours today. Don't be late. Okay, everybody, what do you think? 30 more minutes?
For a limited time, pay no join fee and discover why the YMCA is so much more. Join today.
At Stanton Optical, independent eye doctors are available for eye exams whenever you need one. You should have seen me before I got mine. You're so quiet. Are you mad at me? Book your free same-day eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
And action!
Not everyone can be as perfect a parent as Dan Connor.
There wasn't a day that I was not excited to come here to work.
Somehow it felt like it would be forever.
No matter how much crap life throws at us, if we hang together, nothing can stop us.
Stop. Now, this is pathetic, manipulative, and it's working.
Well, spending at U.S. retailers like department stores, bars, and restaurants was much weaker than expected last month. Experts say this is a troubling sign that American shoppers could be starting to tap out. CNN's Ivan Rodriguez breaks down the latest numbers and reports on the hardest hit sectors.
Consumer spending coming in below expectations last month, according to the latest report from the Commerce Department. It's adding to concerns the U.S. economy is slowing and perhaps heading into a recession.
I think it's a signal that there's a big problem coming.
Retail sales account for about a third of overall spending in the U.S., and consumers are frustrated.
Even though the job market's been solid, a lot of consumers are saying, well, I don't feel it. Even if I'm working and even if my wages went up, all of my costs went up too, so I'm not feeling great about things.
According to the Commerce Department, spending last month declined the most at department stores, restaurants and bars, and at gasoline stations. Meanwhile, sales were up online and at health stores, rising 2.4% and 1.7% respectively. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says the Trump administration is putting policies in place that will moderate inflation.
As we set the sails, I am confident that the American people will come our way.
Economists, however, aren't sold on the administration's views on tariffs as a fix for the economy.
Most economists are against tariffs. They think it leads to higher prices and it's just not a good idea.
But Bankrate's Ted Rossman says despite the uncertainty over tariffs shaking the markets and consumer confidence, there isn't any cause for alarm just yet.
I would look more at the fundamentals as far as economic growth, job growth. The underpinnings are pretty solid, even if there are some things to potentially fret about.
No matter the state of the economy, it's always a good idea to put away some money for retirement. Understanding how much to save is essential for achieving this major career milestone. And it all depends on your individual situation. You can start by considering factors like where you want to live, your lifestyle plans, and whether you'll need to support others. Retirement calculators are great tools to help you with this, but experts add that merely setting aside money is not all you need to do.
The investment part of the process is not automatic. So I think one of the most common mistakes among beginners is forgetting to invest the money.
After choosing your investments, don't just set it and forget it. Experts recommend checking on your savings at least once a year. That way you can assess if you need to rebalance your account. Well, the deadline to file your taxes is now less than a month away, but the IRS may face some challenges this year. The agency, like many other government departments, has faced upheaval since the Trump administration took over. Over the past 7 weeks, key top executives have left the IRS, and about 6,700 probationary employees lost their jobs last month.
Federal employees are not villains. We are here to serve the American people, and the things that we do actually help American people every day.
Demonstrators in Missouri gathered in support of federal workers who have been laid off this year, specifically those with the IRS. They say that the agency is already stretched thin during tax season, and now the remaining workers will have to pick up the slack.
Want to share this beautiful sunset with you from our camera here at 500 West Boone Avenue, looking over the Spokane County Courthouse and the Veterans Memorial Arena. Skies are clearing for a cold morning, but there's warmer weather in the extended forecast. I'll tell you all about that after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Truck Month. Truck Month. The F-150 has 1.9% financing.
And $4,500 in savings.
The F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for 48 years. Don't wait. The best trucks sell first. Window Ford at the Y on North Division.
Bad back? Get Good Feet with the personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store. Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Good Feet, good life. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Let's take a flight to Flight 509 Family Fun Center in the Spokane Valley. Get lost in 22,000 square feet of adventure for the whole family. Climbing, spinning, paddling, striking, leaping, launching, exploring, invading, celebrating, and so much more. No, doggy. At Flight 509, fun really does take flight.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
I was suicidal all the time, thinking about it nonstop, every day, every moment.
Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it. Introducing Neurostim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. At Neurostim TMS, we treat the root of the problem with a series of short daily treatments. Using a non-invasive magnetic field, TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
The treatment just completely, fundamentally changed my life.
Visit neurostimtms.com today or call to schedule your free consultation at any of our 12 Washington state locations.
Do you have a favorite high school athlete that deserves special recognition? Go to KXLY.com. Vote for your favorite female and male athlete. Each winner will receive Papa Murphy's Pizza for a whole month. 4 News Now, Player of the Month, brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza.
Truck Month. Truck Month. The F-150 has 1.9% financing.
And $4,500 in savings.
The F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for 48 years. Don't wait. The best trucks sell first. Wendell Ford at the Y on North Division.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Brainstorm at KXLY.com.
Well, the basketball season isn't over yet for the Washington State men. The Cougs have been selected to compete in the first ever college basketball crown tournament in Las Vegas. The 16-team field consists of several former, current, and future Pac-12 schools, including Oregon State, Arizona State, USC, and Boise State. The Cougs will face Georgetown in the opening round of the CBC on March 31st at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. It'll be the first ever meeting between the Cougs and Hoyas. If they win, WSU would face either Nebraska or ASU on April 2nd. The semifinals and finals of the CBC will take place at T-Mobile Arena. The Gonzaga women were left out of the NCAA tournament after losing in the WCC semifinals, but their season will also continue in the WBIT. The Zags were selected as a top 16 team in the 32-team field. That means they get to host the Roadrunners of Texas San Antonio at the McCarthy Athletic Center this Thursday night. If Gonzaga wins, they'll advance to face either top-seeded Colorado or Southeastern Louisiana on Sunday. This is GU's first appearance in the WBIT. All right, and here's a live look at the Spokane Arena, which is set to host the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 rounds of the women's NCAA tournament later on in March. Hopefully some of that cloud cover will burn off by then, Chris.
Yes, hopefully so, but this time of year, anything goes. And, you know, Derek and I were talking in the break. St. Patrick's Day, great day to celebrate, but for me, it also marks about the beginning of the really bad spring allergy season, from St. Patrick's Day to Bloomsday or Mother's Day. And I want to show you, if you are sneezing, watery eyes, runny nose, sinus headache, that we are getting into the tree pollen season in the inland Northwest. It goes through May. Grasses kind of pick up in May and continue through July, and then the weeds show up as we get into late summer and then into the beginning of fall. And weather does have a big impact on it. Wet and cool weather helps to wash some of the pollen out of the air when it's warmer, dry, but especially this windy. I feel like it is just a blowtorch of pollen when it's windy. That's when more pollen gets released, and of course comes right up into the Spokane area from some of the outlying areas. So if you're starting to suffer, I hear you. 4 things to know about your weather. It is going to be a beautiful Tuesday, and so we'll see some pollen released in the afternoon, and then our spring showers return midweek late in the day on Wednesday into Thursday, Friday, and right on into the weekend. Rain, snow, graupel, an occasional rumble of thunder, and then we have warmer weather coming next week, starting a week from now. Tracking our weather patterns, starting off at our current time, the last of a few showers will be coming to an end in just the next hour or so. Tomorrow will be in a northerly flow that is going to help keep our temperatures below average, and we do still have the possibility of some isolated mountain showers in the afternoon. Then as we get into Wednesday, the clouds will increase throughout the day, and we do have a chance of some wet weather as we get into late Wednesday afternoon, but especially into Thursday. Our chance of precipitation up to 90% Thursday and Friday before it tapers off a little bit Saturday and then is back on Sunday. And again, falling in a variety of forms. Even though our high temperatures are going to be well above freezing, it's that air in the upper levels of the atmosphere in the spring that is still very cold. But we do have warmer weather coming next week. Our long-range forecast keeps that going right on through the end of March with above average precipitation. Got to have those spring showers. We've got a lot of things to grow in the inland Northwest, including our snowpack. Spring officially starts on Thursday, and we've got a rain-snow mix just about every day through Sunday. Derek?
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Well, the powerful storm that unleashed multiple tornadoes across the southern U.S. over the weekend is moving into the Atlantic Ocean now. This is the unbelievable aftermath for thousands of people across multiple states in the Gulf region and southeastern U.S. today. The weekend outbreak saw about 80 twisters reported and dozens confirmed as tracked by the National Weather Service. At least 42 people have died so far in storm-related incidents, according to officials. All right, before we go to break, here is a look at ABC's primetime lineup for your Monday night.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's time to keep those New Year's resolutions going at Move Fitness.
Are you ready for this? Ready to take chances? Will you push and break your limits? Are you ready to be a legend? This is your moment. Are you ready for this?
This year, join the gym that can help you reach your goals at Move Fitness.
Are you ready for this?
Celebrate 30 years of winning at the Kootenai Casino with exciting promotions including daily hot spins, a special St. Patrick's Day drawing, and anniversary cash and bonus play giveaways. Ready to get away this March? Stay Sunday through Thursday at the Kootenai Falls Lodge for just $59 per night, or a Riverview room for $79 and get a free $30 Kootenai credit included. Come stay and win at the inn. Call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
Fred's Appliance and 4 News Now are teaming up for the Great American Flag Swap. On March 28th, bring your old, tattered flag to any Fred's location, and in exchange, you'll receive a new flag with help from Uncle Sam's Flag and Gift. Let's thank veterans and military families who are serving.
Fred's Appliance is proud to partner with 4 News Now for the Great American Flag Swap. We honor the sacrifices of our military families and veterans. Visit Fred's Appliance today, trusted for over 60 years, where we sell appliances, only appliances.
It's here. It's now. The Grand National RV Show. R&R RV North Spokane is hosting the Grand National RV Show March 13th through the 22nd. Shop over 140 RVs inside the West Coast's largest indoor showroom. Motorhomes, camper vans, fifth wheels, and trailers. The time to buy is now. The Grand National RV Show March 13th through 22nd indoors at R&R RV North Spokane. Special show pricing and giveaways. Visit rnrrv.com for more info.
Bill's Heating would like to congratulate Dino Scarpa on winning 2 tickets to the WCC tournament in Vegas.
Hey, Ben, I make this shot, you have to take me with you to Vegas. Deal?
All right, fine. But you got one shot.
Watch and learn. Okay. All right, 2 out of 3.
Book your stay and play getaway today at Missisquoi.com.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, Eastern Washington U.S. Representative Michael Baumgartner is currently holding a town hall at Whitworth University. He's addressing some of the biggest issues that some people have with the Trump administration. We'll have a recap of tonight's town hall for you with Marissa Brio tonight at 11 o'clock.
So look at Hayden. This is US 95 in Lancaster, where we've had snow, graupel, and rain over the past hour. Watch for slick spots where that wet road is refreezing. We're dropping down into the 20s tonight. High of 46 tomorrow with sunshine and dry conditions until late in the day on Wednesday. And then we've got another round of wet weather.
All right. Still interested to see what happens from Sunday on, though, if things start to get maybe a little bit smoother for our spring.
I would love that. Yes, a little more sunshine.
I think a lot of us would. All right. Thanks so much for being with us here on 4 News Now at 6. Don't forget to come back for Nightside starting at 11. See you then.